At Cascade and Kenroy Elementary Schools, students walk outside to get from one place to the next. At Lee Elementary, the 5th and 6th grade classes are all held in outdoor portables. At Rock Island Elementary, the roof needs to be replaced. The 4 schools are named in a school construction bond that would modernize Cascade, Kenroy, and Lee, and Rock Island would not only have a new roof, but a single point of entry. Additionally, a portion of the bond would allow for safety, security, and accessibility upgrades at all schools. All of these things were what members of the community told the district they thought were the most important.
We've enjoyed a rich legacy in Eastmont of voter support and just an all-around support of our kids. So I think that showed in the last bond. We just didn't get the heavy lift to 60%. When we asked voters why they voted the way they did and do they have any input for us, most of them said the scope of the bond was too broad and the price tag was too high. The 4 kind of anchor schools are still the 4 anchor schools in this upcoming bond. They're our oldest schools, so they are Rock Island, Cascade, Kenroy, and Lee. So we'll totally modernize the 3, and then Rock Island will do some major upgrades. In the last bond, we also had a new transportation center. We had athletic upgrades. We had additions to Sterling Junior High. We had safety upgrades, but the safety upgrades remain in this new bond.
Over 900 people participated in an online thought exchange, which helped the district better understand what the top priorities were for voters. It was determined that Cascade, Kenroy, and Lee schools were the most in need of rebuilding, and Rock Island also needed work done. Participants agreed the athletics facilities needed upgrades, but not through increasing taxes. The transportation center was also deemed a nice-to-have and not an immediate need. Still, the district was able to make some improvements.
We did really, when the bond didn't pass, is we asked the community for input, and we took very close inventory of our facilities and decided what really can't wait. If it's student safety, it couldn't wait, not in general, but if we have a buckling floor or something that kids are tripping over, something like that, we had to fix those. So since there were no athletics during COVID, we had a few $100,000 left in athletics reserve that we were able to resurface the track with. The track really needed it. Kids were getting hurt, twisting body parts and ankles and things, so we're happy about that. And then the board decided to take a little bit out of reserve. Every district needs a rainy day fund. We have to have a few months of payroll. We have to have a few months of everything. It would be irresponsible of the taxpayer not to, but the board decided to take a little chunk of that out to buy the lights at the high school. And then we are addressing the needs of Eastmont Junior High's gym floor that has buckled with water.
Moving forward, all eyes will be on the February 13th special election, where voters will determine the fate of the schools.
I hope that the community feels like we've responded to their needs and their wants, and they're the kind of custodians of this asset. These are their buildings, and so we need to reflect their values.